Hi there, I am FrozenMelon, and today we're doing a Let's Play of Hades. So this game at the moment is actually free on the Games Pass, and I have played a few bits of it, just trying to get the idea of sort of the audio levels and things like that as well. But so
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Goodbye, Father.
So for anyone that doesn't know at the moment, I said Hades is sort of a roguelike, which basically means that you end up playing through sort of randomly generated levels and obviously trying to get stronger on each run.
Try and stop me.
As for basic abilities, so we have sort of a general dodge. You can see the telegraphed attacks from our opponent here. Also have a melee, which is sort of the light melee attack, which does combo string with certain weapons. Also a heavy attack, or special in this case, is what they class it as. And then also a range attack, which is classed as the cast. So once I did do the cast there, it's got that little gem symbol on top of them, which means basically if I do kill him, I get my gem back. And then I can cast again. And sort of that is the basic controls of that there.
Crushed.
I'll just clear up this room here. There are also different types of enemies, so there's a few casters which kind of fire projectiles, which is always a good idea. If you can do is try and take them out earlier on, or at least just be aware that they exist, because I said if they do get off screen, they still do cast their abilities. And they can boot off.
She is.
So once you do complete a level or a room, I said you do get sort of a bonus from that, which in this case we get a blessing from one of the gods. So let's listen to this.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So once you do get the blessing, you get to choose between 3 different sort of blessings you get from the god. So they do have different similarities, but all these are just common ones. And I said in this case, the deflect basically means turning projectiles or attacks back at the enemy. And I will take that on my cast.
I know
So
you
my
can't
cast
leave me
is a
all
little
the way
bit
where
different.
you are, goddess, but thank you.
So I will try and be quite quiet during any dialogue or things like that, just so you guys can kind of hear it for yourselves. Like I said, this has kind of got quite a good story to the back end of it, and quite a good amount of different characters and things like that as well, which kind of they really do shine through. Sort of the voice actors they've got for this game as well as the art style is just really stands out. So with this, it's kind of very similar to like a Dark Souls-esque type game where you do die a lot. So you'll probably see me make some silly mistakes and end up dying to very silly enemies as well. So here, what we've got here is Darkness. So this allows you to upgrade your abilities during different runs. So once you've died, you can go to an area where you can upgrade your abilities. And here we've got the rewards for the next room, which always tells you beforehand, which is another blessing from another god. So I do play sort of Hades myself anyway. I said I do have it sort of on my Nintendo Switch at the moment, which I kind of use me to play quite a lot of roguelikes or things like that. So as it was on the Game Pass, I thought, you know what, why not just turn around and start off with sort of a few games on here. I do like playing it, and I kind of wanted to start from scratch for a while anyway. So I thought I'd download it and play it from there.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company.
And you can see here, this one here designs around the idea of just giving sort of critical chances. So my attacks can be stronger and they have a chance to do a critical. My special does the same thing, or any damage I have can be critical. You see this is an epic one, so it gets a 4% bonus chance. I'm going to use quite a lot of attacks for this one, so I will take the attack one even though that is epic, just because of the fact that I believe that I'm going to get more out of it in the long run.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep. Louds.
So you can see the criticals now show up with sort of that big number with the exclamation mark behind it. You can see there that the kind of cache that you have is slightly homing.
The underworld's power.
Something to be aware of while going through the levels. So a bit of darkness. Now this is health that you get, which gives you a bonus 25% bonus health, which is something in this game that I would always suggest picking up if possible. So you saw those enemies there had a sort of a yellow health bar as well on top of the red one, which basically just means that they have a shield. Now, shield enemies can quite be a pain in the backside because they do have
A centaur heart.
basically invulnerability to being stunned.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
So here I can either take a key or go to the shop. So the key allows me to
Each
unlock
exit has its own
abilities
reward.
and other weapons and things like that. The shop just lets me spend the gold, which is sort of the in-game run currency. So you don't really get to carry that across run to run, you just collect it and spend it on the run you're on.
You're done.
As you can see there are traps, which I said you can actually use to kind of kill off other enemies while you're using them. But it's always just best to avoid them. So you can see that he's immune to interruption.
A chthonic key. Wonder where I
Key
can
there.
use this.
So this here is what they class as Palm of Power, which means that I can upgrade one of the abilities or the blessings from the gods that I already have. So basically I can make it just deal more damage, or I can kind of change sort of like the effect that the blessing actually can have sometimes, depending on what the blessing is.
A palm of power.
So I pick this up, so either I get a sort of 8% damage bonus onto my attacks, or I can take what is almost like a 50% increase on that there, and we'll take that on the shop. So next I can go for a boss, which is what that symbol is there. So it's probably a mid-level boss, I'll take more health. What I'll do here, because I just want some more blessings, and we'll take that there. See what this boss is. So it's two bosses in one. Which what these do here, they kind of chuck these little bombs around. They explode. You can see that my special head does have sort of a knockback feel to it. It's annoying. It has a bit of an AoE, which is always quite nice to have. Just take one of them down first. So now you can see that he no longer has that shield. He can be stun locked to not attack anymore.
Anyone else? That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Hey there, Zagman. How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
So as you probably get an idea now, each god does have sort of a special ability attached to what they do. So Dionysus here, Sammy focuses on this idea of the hangover, which is essentially just poison damage, so they'll take damage per sort of half second once it's been inflicted, and it'll decay over a certain period of time as well. Now what he also does, he does sort of this where you can gain extra health by picking up, in this case, what is a small little bottle there, which you can give to other characters, kind of help progress sort of your relationship status with them in essence, which is quite a good thing to get them early on if you can do. But so I do want to get quite into the good runs, so I might just take, actually saying that, I'm not going to receive any other ones, and health or damage resistance. I'll take that there, because
The god of wine to liven things up around here.
they're quite rare. Move on to the next level.
I'm hurt. Can't heal myself, but I can fight. Wretches.
A bit of damage there.
Bye.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a lot of other games recently as well. So I got into playing the Pokemon Unite at the moment,
Over there.
which I do play quite a good amount of. I mainly try and stick to supporter roles and defender roles just because of the fact that no one ends up really picking those that often. And it means I can just kind of focus on being good with them. But I said you do tend to get those sort of games where everyone always picks attacker roles or the speedster roles just because of the fact that they're really good in the good hands, and then no one wants to turn and actually be in lane, which is not a position that you ever want to be in certain games. You'll either get two people that kind of look at each other and be like, well, I picked this, and you're like, please someone just come off the character and pick something that we know that can make the team work. Pick up the darkness there again. I've got another blessing to go for this level. But no, so the climb for it is quite slow within the ranked play on Pokemon Unite at the moment. I said I just kind of hit a wall with it, kind of playing solo, which probably sort of limit of what my skill level is at the moment with it. So I think I'm stuck around the veteran class 2. At which point I can have like some really good games, and then the next it's just like, no, I have like a really bad game. Try and kill those casters off first.
Goddess Athena.
So you can see here I can kind of give a gift to this one, which does give something later back to me. I won't do it
Olympus,
this
I
time.
accept this message.
So my dash can deflect, your abilities can deflect and make exposed. Take more damage from behind. My dash will deflect. I do dash quite a lot, so being able to deflect is quite useful. Now here's what's probably you'll probably notice is we get a shop and a basically part of power, which this kind of normally gives an indicative idea of the fact that what's coming up ahead is probably like the last stage or level before you have the actual boss fight for the end of this sort of stage, as it were. So if you're ever unsure kind of like what your abilities are and what you think the best course of action is, so you can always kind of just double check with sort of the menu here and kind of look around what you already have. So it's a good idea to do. I'm going to take the shop here because I do need some form of healing.
Charon's shop.
And we get a key as well. So we'll see what Karen says.
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? Then I'll just have a look around.
So in this case, I'll take the bonus health,
Something useful?
just because I do need it.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
You say this game does quite a good atmosphere and sort of very story driven. But let's go face the boss.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
Okay. So this is sort of like the first of one of the boss fights in the game.
Come closer, Zagreus.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get annihilated here just because I've got low health. There we go.
Stupid fool.
So I didn't need to do too much there. So I just took too much early damage in the first run. But now what we do is we go back to the hub world.
Damn it. I'm home. Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
So you can hear now, you can kind of go through some of the sort of story-driven stuff. So what we've got here is Hypnos.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
And then we've got Achilles.
Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the Underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
And then we've got, obviously, Cerberus.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld Prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
And I always say,
There's a good boy.
always pet Cerberus. Because he is a good boy.
Sees something in you.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Okay, and then what we have here is
Do
Nyx.
not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
Then go.
So you saw there, that's kind of the sort of dialogue bits that you can kind of get through the story. I do have the option to give sort of this ambrosia to a friend, which is what we'll do here.
Nyx? You've done so much for me. I thought you might like this.
You know your father does not like it when nectar is doled out on the premises, dear child. However, I am not he, and I wished regardless to provide you a token of my affection.
I'm very grateful, Nix.
So you saw there, by giving that there, we did get like a small charm as such, which I can't explain at the moment, which can be always quite useful to have.
Hey, room. I'm back.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
And then what we've got here is sort of the progression that you can have throughout the game.
Darkness guide me.
So you can spend darkness here to upgrade sort of Zagreus' abilities. In this case, two ones I always say is good to pick up first is the extra dodge, just because it's going to be useful anyway. And obviously the Death Defiance, so the being able to survive death and then come back to life with sort of extra health is going to be something that's going to be quite good. And then the attack from behind is a nice one to have as well. In this case, we'll take the Death Defiance and the damage from behind, just because I think the extra healing you get from that at the moment isn't actually worth it, because you probably end up taking more damage than you'll heal per levels each time anyway. At least I do.
That. Okay.
And this is why I said it's quite a good idea to get as many keys as you can early, just because of the fact that you can unlock weapons. And as you can see, this kind of purple aura around this one here kind of means that when we do pick it up and we use it in a run, we get more darkness, which is about 20% more for that run, which can be useful in just kind of upgrading your abilities a little bit quicker as well. So we'll unlock the bow.
There we go. Coronacht, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death. Psst, over here. What the?
And as you can see here, now we've got that ability, which is Dark Thirst, to gain that more darkness. And we'll talk to Skelly here.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
Okay, and of course then you can use Skelly here to sort of training dummy to practice with the weapons. You get a bit of an idea.
Got something new to try.
And you can see here these sort of keepsakes or sort of charms. You play things like Hollow Knight or stuff like that, which you can equip for a run. As you can see, by clearing so many rooms, they do upgrade over time from rank 1 star to 3 star. So we'll equip that anyway, just because the fact that does give me more bonus damage to start off with.
All set.
And that's kind of everything there at the moment. You see those are the abilities I have with the bow. So we get like a charge shot, so we get the dash, and then we kind of get this special shot here, which kind of goes out in an area. And now those arrows do hit projectiles, and then if you kind of time it just right, you can get these kind of bonus shot damage. And when he does die,
Bet I got you pretty good.
does come back. So,
I can do this. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot. I can escape from the courtyard back there.
So that there, I said, is sort of the first run of Hades. So we've gone through a little bit there, and I said I'll leave it all here for now, and we'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching.